When I'm in a social gathering, I find that people ask you what you do for a living. And for quite a while, I avoided the subject. I didn't say because people were uncomfortable with what I did, or they annoyed the crap out of you asking for all the gory details. Because you get two reactions. One is, oh my God, tell me what happened at that accident. I've got this theory, and you go, oh, here we go. And the other action is, oh my God, and they run. They run because they haven't dealt with their own mortality. My latest saying to what I do for a living is, I drive an Uber for God. My responsibility is to tend to people who have passed away, wherever they are, in the north of the state of Tasmania, and transfer them to the Launceston General Hospital. Any death that's reportable to the coroner, we do. Car accidents, murders, suicides, we get people out of trees, we get people off roofs, we get them back to their families as easy as we can. The first day on the job, I get in the car and the first job I get to is a guy who died on a shovel. He was shoveling, but he died standing up. Now, it happens. This guy's got his foot on the shovel and he's like gone. And the police officer turns around to me and says, and how long have you been doing this job? And I look at my watch and I say, 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours, and there I was, seeing something you don't see every day. And I thought, this is the job for me. I don't see it as confronting. We're all gonna die. I've worked that out a long time ago. The worst I've ever seen is not what people think. The thing that upset me the most was I went to a house here in Launceston, Tasmania, and there was a little old man standing in the kitchen, frail old man, and his wife had died. But this man, I'd never seen such devastation in anyone. It like his whole world had gone. And the more I talked to him, the more I understood how his world had gone. He offered to make me a cup of tea, but didn't know how. He asked me what he was going to wear tomorrow because she got his clothes out. And I'm sitting there going, I'm not going. I said to the police officers, you go. She can stay here with me till his son gets here. I'm not leaving this man. And that's the sort of thing that gets to me. I can go to car wrecks, I can go to explosions and all that stuff, and that doesn't worry me. But they're the ones that pull at my heartstrings. I was called to a house where a 9-year-old boy had died of cancer. I got there and everybody was crying. And I suddenly realised, it's not my job to cry, that's everybody else's job. My job is to be the bloke that sucks it up, as tragic as it is, does the job and try to give the family a little bit of strength. The guy I'm working with is bawling his eyes out. And I'm going, cry in the van, I don't care, but don't cry here. We don't get paid to cry. So I got this kid, got him on the bed, a lovely little boy, and I wrapped him in his blanket that they want him wrapped in, and I'm about to walk him out, and bugger me, his 6-year-old brother grabs hold of me jacket and tugs it. And I go, yes, mate. And he hands me a Mars bar and says, can you give this to him in case he gets hungry on his way back? And I'm standing there and going, I'm biting my cheek going, yeah, mate, no worries. Because I didn't want to cry. I wanted this kid to give this guy this Mars bar knowing that his brother will get it. And so we put him in the vehicle, I placed the Mars bar in his hands, and I look over and the 6-year-old's got this huge smile. Because to him, he looked after his brother. And I was able to give him that because I wasn't crying and sobbing and I was doing what needed to be done. The thing that people get most surprised with my job is the joy I get, the joy that you see, the love you see. You don't see that when you're serving in a shop or manufacturing. Yeah, someone comes, oh, that's my car part, thanks, and off they go. But I see love. It's great. Yeah, it's a sad occasion, but I see it. I see the 37 people standing around the room. I walk into a house and they say, you're not doing a thing. And I go, okay. And they do it because it's their loved one. And that brings me so much joy that there are people out there that will do anything for their loved one, even after they're gone. And that is a beautiful thing to see. the stories I get. I like the stories. And the other thing I really like, I must admit, there's no repetition in my job. You don't see the same person twice.